We're still getting used to using a camera. I still don't have a microphone, so my sound right now, if I want like a nice wide shot, I have to compromise the audio, and if I want the audio, then I have to compromise the shot. Just because we're figuring everything out with the camera and just kind of shooting in the kitchen in general, we're going to be keeping it simple with recipes. And also, I think maybe starting off simple and working our way up to more complicated things will build everyone's confidence up a little bit more. So each step we take, you're going to feel a little bit more comfortable joining us as we cook more complicated things. I used to work at a breakfast lunch joint growing up in Gloucester, Massachusetts. I probably had that job 13 to my early 20s, if not 20, off and on the entire time, but I worked there for years. I did everything from being the bus girl, I worked in the kitchen, I was a waitress, I got it. So breakfast sandwiches were one of our most popular items to do. They're just so quick, they're so good, and there's so many different ways to make them. You can make one that's completely delicious and not good for you. You can make a good for you one. That's not what we're doing today. We're doing the delicious ones. No, that's not fair, because healthy food can be delicious too. I want to put that out there. So the one I would always eat would be bacon, white American cheese, toasted English, egg whites. Egg whites, you ask? When you have cheese and bacon in it already? Porque. I just like it like this if I'm making a breakfast sandwich. I'm not that crazy about having a runny yolk in my breakfast sandwich for whatever reason, and I don't like cooked yolk in my breakfast sandwich. So the egg whites is just kind of a preference that I have. It has nothing to do with, oh, egg whites. I just kind of think yolk can go great or it can go gross. I put this on medium low on mine. This is a cold pan, you can tell because I can touch it. Here we just have some nice store bacon. You can cook this bacon in the oven just for the sake of a visual effect. We're not going to do that today, but if you wanted to preheat your oven to like 390 Fahrenheit and then just lay them out on a cookie sheet lined in foil, that's a really great way to make bacon. It comes out very, very even. We're just going to do it classic today and just put it in a pan. I really don't want to wash a cookie sheet today either. So now we got this bacon bubbling. If you want to, if you want to keep this bacon looking relatively uniform and prevent it from curling up right here, you just use your bacon press, silly. If you don't have one of these, I don't know how much they cost off the top of my head. Maybe like 20 US dollars, something like that. I just think it's worth it. And you can use it for chicken or steaks or whatever else. You can weigh pressed sandwiches down with it. If you don't know what pressed sandwiches are, we can make those too. So we're just going to weigh this bacon down, let it cook, and we're going to turn on the broiler. Package instruction will tell you to split one of these with a fork, and then you get all the nooks and crannies. I'm not really going for that today because we just want it to be even to make a sandwich. So use a knife. And also, I really love these knives. You get them at the kitchen supply store, and it's just superior for making sandwiches and spreading Dijon on it or spreading some butter. It sure beats just your standard butter knife, which doesn't really do too much for me. So we're just gonna, as evenly as you can. I like Thomas's English muffins. These are just what's available to me now. Just give it a perfect. Go slow when you open it up. Just take your time. Ew. Tuck it in. Throw it out. Something that you might not even think about when it comes to the egg whites is just to break them up a little bit. Just like you would if you were making scrambled eggs or something. It just makes them fluffier. And obviously the longer you do it, the fluffier it's going to get. But we're just doing it to, like that. Check on it. Fun fact, a gluten-free English muffin cooks slower than a regular English muffin. So we just have this nice white egg whites. And we're not pushing it around, we're just letting it form this little sheet because we're going to fold it up into like a little square that's going to fit nicely on the English muffin. And since we're folding it up, we're going to season the inside. Looking good, just checking that English. So see, this comes together pretty quick. And if you think your pan isn't directly over your heat, just check it and adjust it. You can usually tell if one side is sizzling and bubbling and then one side's just acting kind of limp. See, I like to just poke a little hole into the little runny parts just to let the steam come up from underneath and cook it a little more evenly. Just because if we were to fold it up now, you'd have that runny egg white inside, which some people are kind of meh on. I don't like it. See this? So, bam! I need to stop saying bam. That's Emerald's tagline. I'm going to get sued. Oh, fuck. No, it's fine. Okay, so let's do this. At this point, I would turn the stove down even lower because this egg is cooked, and we're just going to be melting the cheese. At Red's, they would make it so it was like bacon, egg, cheese, bacon, egg, cheese, and it was mental. I don't know if I have the ability to... We're just going to do it like this. So I'd take... Oh, you know what? I'll put a little of this cheese as a bacon glue. I gotta get that English muffin out of the... We'll just show them up here. Okay, so now that we got some bacon glue on this, we're just gonna, you know. And it has to be a rude amount. I remember it being an unreasonable. And we're going to be doing recipes that are good for you, and we're going to be doing recipes that aren't so good for you. Life is a mix of both. So then, see, I don't really like a ton of cheese on it. So now that you have this little egg, cheese, bacon, egg layer, this is just a little bit of water. Oh, there's actually some egg in it. Gross, sorry. And you're just going to steam it in there. I used the same bowl that I had the egg wash in. It's okay. We're at our own house. Everything's safe. So just while we're melting that cheese with the steam, we're going to butter this. Because, yes. And the hot egg is going to melt whatever didn't, you know, melt on this. I'm just going to move some shit around. Oh, yes. What are we going to plate it with, though? I'm just going to plate it on this because this is easier to clean. Okay, so that should be good. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to, like, get through this. You just kind of have to have some confidence to transfer it from the pan to this. Be patient, have a little confidence. The whole thing will just pick up. I feel like people, they're like, oh, whoa, and then it goes everywhere. So, little this. Thanks for watching!